Well, to shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have this phone with our dear guest, Dr. Waleed Batoty, former counselor for Minister of Tourism and Antiquities. Good afternoon, Dr. Batoty.
Good afternoon.
Well, Doctor, how did you follow the tour by Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli in the Grand Egyptian Museum as the final touches is taking place that would end by the end of February? How did you follow his tour?
Well, the Grand Egyptian Museum is music to the ears, to be honest with you. The whole world is waiting for the moment that we will inaugurate this museum. Bear in mind that lately the Egyptian government have done so much in the field of tourism and antiquity. And for the time being, the whole world, as I said, the whole world is waiting. The Grand Egyptian Museum has its own charm. Every travel company in the world is hoping that this will open because, see, there is one thing that we need to know. The Grand Egyptian Museum, once it opens its doors, there'll be, again, not just new tourism coming to Egypt, but also those who visited Egypt before will be returning and coming back again due to the fact that, as I said, this will be the largest museum in the world that has Egyptian antiquity under one roof. So we're expecting a very good outcome of this museum.
Yes. Dr. Batoty, there are the museum, of course, is Egypt's gift to the world. It encompasses a huge number of pieces. Especially, give us an idea. We know that there is, of course, a big pavilion for Tutankhamun with the 50 treasures and belongings of Tutankhamun. Also, the stairs that we saw in the media and in the pictures. Give us an idea about the several parts and pavilions, departments in the museum.
Well, the Grand Egyptian Museum, this will be the largest Egyptian collection under one roof. Regarding King Tutankhamun, for the first time, the whole exhibit will come back again under one roof and it will all be reunited. When King Tut was found, it was taken to the Cairo Egyptian Museum, and not the whole thing, but a big portion of it is being put on display. But in the Grand Egyptian Museum, the complete collection will be on display again, except for, I think it's 164 or 163 pieces that they're still traveling abroad, but they'll be rejoining as well. Everything, especially the museum is built with the technology from where all the best museums in the world has already finished. So we're really making something, as we say, state of the art. I must say the Egyptian government have done a great job. The whole world, as I said, waiting for it to happen. It will be a great outcome to the tourism. And the Egyptian government is paying so much attention. Yes. I was just recently there, and there is a management company that is working very hard as well to maintain it and to bring it to the utmost. And the Egyptian government could not resist the number of tourists that has been coming here, and then they've been requesting that let us in, and people accepted to come inside just to the entrance, and then to here and there. So hopefully, inshallah, there will be a great outcome coming out of this museum for Egypt.
Yes, Dr. Batoty, what makes the Grand Egyptian Museum one of a kind, a very unique place containing a number of monuments and antiquities? What makes it very different to any other place in the whole world, taking in consideration, of course, that Egypt is the land of civilization where everything started in this world?
Well, one more time, the exhibit of King Tut, for a very long time, was not put in complete altogether. That's one thing. So as I said, it will be for the first time ever, all the exhibit of King Tutankhamun will be together under one roof. Here's one. Two, while they're doing the restoration, excuse me, while they're doing the restoration, lots of secrets has been discovered, and it added a lot to the knowledge of Egyptology.
Yes.
And then the Grand Egyptian Museum will not serve as just a museum with antiquities no, but it will also serve as a culture center, a hub. People will come from all over the world to learn. There will be days for the family. You could bring your kids, and they will do the interaction with. They're using the modern technology. I was there recently, and they have the current immersive show that is quite impressive to the whole world. Everybody is enjoying being there and having a great time. So, and bear in mind the new work that has been done in the area, that expected that there's a bridge built to connect the only remaining wonder of the ancient seven wonders of the world with the Grand Egyptian Museum. So
Yes.
the tourists can walk in the future from the Grand Egyptian Museum all the way to the pyramid, or take an electric car, or take a kalash, or take a walk, or whatever, up to the pyramid. So this will change the mapping of tourism and the nights of tourism in Egypt in general.
Yes. Yes. So, Dr. Batoty, through the Prime Minister's tour in the Grand Egyptian Museum yesterday, we saw also how did you see the importance of the restoration work that took place in the area around the Grand Egyptian Museum? Give us an idea about this, please.
Well, they're developing the whole area, and this is a very normal thing, except that I must say that the Egyptian government has done a great job on making the whole neighborhood benefit from the museum being there. They're building a subway. There is a subway station, so in the future tourists could come out from the airport and take the subway from the airport, Cairo airport, all the way to the pyramid area. They're developing the whole area. Everybody is benefiting. There'll be more restaurants. There'll be cafes. I mean, there'll be the map of the whole area will change.
Yes. Dr. Batoty, what are the areas inside the Grand Egyptian Museum that has been already opened? People can visit it.
Well, in the old days, it was just the staircase, the entrance, and then now they added the staircase, the grand staircase. It's now added to the tour, so you could come into the museum. You will see the obelisk of Ramesses II, and then you can go inside and see the statue of Ramesses II as well, and then. The new thing now is you attend the immersive show, and you can as well go on the staircase, and they have few restaurants that is already working in there. People can wander around and things like this. But bear in mind that there's a lot of things. There's a lot of surprises that the Grand Egyptian Museum will be presenting, especially that the solar boat. We have the solar boat of Khufu. It's already been put over there, and the restoration and history in the make. I can just tell you one thing. Yesterday, I was in one of the antiquity sites in Upper Egypt, and the restoration lady, as she was working, she revealed a piece of cloth where they put cloth and then they put a spray on it, and you cannot imagine the mesmerization that the people. They felt it. Everybody said, we've never seen such thing like this. And that's called history in the make.
Yes.
History in the make.
Yes, Dr. Batoty, unfortunately, we're running out of time, but I have one last question. Despite the Grand Egyptian Museum and Egypt's gift to the whole world, the Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities did not stop and only wait for the inauguration of the Grand Egyptian Museum. They are making other programs and activities. For example, the very important exhibition that took place in Australia in Sydney, and for the King Ramses II, which attracted a large number, and all the tickets were sold out. More than 800,000 for 14,000 tickets were sold. So how did you see this?
Well, this is, to be honest with you, this is very normal. If you send any Egyptian monuments anywhere in the world,
Yes.
this is going to be the scenario. I mean, the exhibit that is abroad, it's called the Jewelry of the Pharaoh. Of course, this is something to attract the whole world, and of course, the ticket must be sold, but because people are too far away, and there is a phenomena of Egypt all over the world, and people are always fond of coming and seeing our monuments and enjoying it. So imagine
Yes.
when it goes to them right at their home, and of course, over there it's organized trips through universities, communities, clubs, schools. Everybody
Yes.
is there to,
Yes.
to explore and fulfill their human needs
Yes.
of Egyptian monuments being abroad.
Yes, I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your valuable information. Always a pleasure to have you with us, Dr. Waleed Al-Batoty, former counselor of the Minister of Tourism and Antiquities. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone. Ladies and gentlemen, a short break, and I want to be back with you.